then welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Tuesday, June 15th. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain. Many of the stories read here today can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. Here are the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. A University of New Mexico School of Medicine administrator says 37 people have come forward to identify themselves as participants in a medical screening test that might have placed them at risk for contracting serious diseases. The school's Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs, Dr. Robert Bailey, says tests conducted so far on 27 patients have come back negative for hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and HIV. He says that means the possibility for infection is considerably minimal. Concerns arose after a group of students in the physician assistant program failed to properly change needles on devices used for blood glucose testing. Free testing was offered April 24th at the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bailey says officials now believe 57 tests were conducted, and they're still looking for the remaining people that had that test done. Strategic energy planning for tribal communities will be the focus of a three-day training seminar June 22nd through the 24th at the Keeway Din Casino and Convention Center in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. The free training will provide information on the types of energy efficiently and renewable energy options available for tribal communities and will help attendees analyze their current community usage, sources, and plot a course for future use using renewable energy and energy efficiency. Training modules will be presented by the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, Great Lakes Tribes, and the federal and state agencies' staff. Over the past few years, an unprecedented number of coal-fired power plants have been proposed in Michigan and along the Great Lakes. Impacts from the proposed and current coal-fired power plants include mercury contamination in Great Lakes and Indian fish, ozone, and other criteria pollutants. Impacts on humans, plants, and wildlife, edibles, medicinals, and other ecologically important species. Shifting biomes from climate change and result in reduced access to treaty-ceded natural resources as well as increased utility cost. Registration materials are available from Robin Clark at rclark@itmi.org or Kimberly Craven at kimberly.craven@nrel.gov, and that registration deadline is coming up on June 17th. And a reminder of the Nagaajiwanaang Ojibwe Language Camp coming up June 24th through 27th at the Key Wens Campground on the Fond du Lac Ojibwe Reservation near Cloquet, Minnesota. And that event is open for everybody. And for more information on that camp, you can call Jim or Pat Northrup at 218-878-0245 or Rick Grezek at 952-215-1973. We'll put those phone numbers up on the board so you can look at them. And ICTV will be attempting to broadcast that live at times, even though we'll be in the woods and on a lake deep inside the reservation. If we can't live feed it, we'll rebroadcast some of those workshops that we get them at www.livestream.com/IndianCountryTV. The National Center for Great Lakes Native American Culture, Inc. in Portland, Indiana, is planning the first hiking trail improvement work days for 2010 on June 26th and 27th at the site just north of the Jay County Fairgrounds in Portland. Plans call for improving the main walking path by installing a culvert in the first low area, building a bridge across the spillway, and clearing brush and small stumps from the path. Lunch and water will be provided. A four-wheeler, a generator for charging power tools and those kinds of things will be made available. However, volunteers should bring any appropriate tools they think they'll need for the jobs at hand, like shovels, hoes, rakes, hammers, gas-powered wood whackers, chainsaws, and those kinds of things. Volunteers wishing to do so may primitively camp on the property. They're asking, please come and help for the weekend for a day or even a few hours, and you can get more information on that from Claude Milley, tribal chair at the BANDIT 1998, blah, 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 whole bunch of stuff. We'll put that number up there. I will put that URL up there, and the phone number is 810-794-4242. It hurts for me to think about lost time with family, especially the children, said Isabel Sisto, 65, a San Carlos Apache, as tears streamed down her face. Sisto struggled with alcoholism early in her life, but she's been sober 25 years now. To see family and friends now struggling, it's hard sometimes. I don't see hope for them, but I know it's possible, she said. Sisto's story is all too familiar in Indian reservations across the country. According to a 2008 national survey conducted by the Centers for Disease Control, 1 in 10, or 11.7% of the Native American communities die from alcohol-related traffic accidents or alcohol liver disease, compared to 3.3% of the U.S. as a whole. Alcohol-related deaths may actually be higher, as the study did not include deaths related to some diseases for which alcohol is a high-risk factor, such as tuberculosis, pneumonia, and colon cancer. While the statistics are grim, what excites Sisto and Harrison Bonito, also San Carlos Apache, and a recovering alcoholic, is a movement they actively participated in called Indians in Sobriety. Founded in 1986 in Tucson, Arizona, the grassroots program offers hope to those struggling with drug and alcohol abuse. Each year, tribal communities host a campout to celebrate the sobriety birthdays and people like Sisto and Bonito. It's also a chance for participants and advocates to share successful recovery methods. This summer, it will be held July 22nd through the 25th on the San Carlos Apache Reservation, which is 120 miles east of Phoenix, and they're expecting about 4,000 people. And for more information, we're going to put a long URL up for you to look at, or you can call Louis Lorenzo at 928-475-7335. Emergency managers warned central Wyoming residents Sunday, June 13th, to prepare for more floods this week because of heavy snow falling in the Wind River Range. Snow totals could reach 5 feet at higher elevations, meaning another surge of water in rivers and streams as the snow melts, officials said. Craig Haslam, incident commander for Fremont County flooding, predicted that rising temperatures will begin melting the snow June 15th, causing rivers to crest on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. Snow began falling in the Wind River Range last Friday, with rain in lower elevations. Floodwaters already have washed out bridges, closed roads, and damaged homes in an area of about 32 square miles around that area, most of it underdeveloped or agricultural land. No casualties or serious injuries have been reported, but however, Fremont County officials advised about 15 to 20 people to voluntarily leave their homes in the community of Sharp Nose on the Wind River Indian Reservation this Saturday for fear that of more flooding on the Little Wind River. St. Columbia's Church on the White Earth Chippewa Reservation in northern Minnesota was celebrating its annual Feast of Enmegahbowh in honor of the first American Indian to be ordained an Episcopal priest in the United States. Enmegahbowh was born to Canada's Odawa tribe around 1807. He converted to Christianity around 1850, joined a mission among Minnesota's Ojibwe, and he helped establish a new mission in Crow Wing in the statehood year of 1858. Enmegahbowh tried to play a role of peacemaker during the Dakota War of 1862 and soon after joined a group of Ojibwe as they settled on the White Earth Reservation. He passed away on June 12, 1902, a date now commemorated on the Episcopal calendar of saints. The National Indian Gaming Commission says revenues from U.S. tribal casinos were stable in the year 2009. Data released June 11th by the Commission showed 2009 gross revenues totaled $26.5 billion compared with $26.7 billion in the year 2008. The Commission says on average gains and losses by the 230 gaming tribes evened out. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. And we want to thank you for joining with us. Come back again soon. Be well.